But it's a 284 caliber with a lot of...
Howdy folks, it's Adriel the Hunting Gear Guy. Today I wanted to show you guys this Akdal MKA 1919 match Generation 2. So the Generation 1 came out and it had some features over the regular MKA 1919. And this guy is the Generation 2. So it comes with a couple of extra features that you might not have seen on those other earlier generations. My chamber is empty and my magazine is empty. So let's go ahead and take a closer look at this shotgun. Now just starting at the rear here, we've got a ventilated butt pad that's got a little bit of give to it. Then we've got this adjustable stock on the back here. There's a couple of QD mounts on here, and we've also got some adjustability to it. This isn't a standard butt stock, it's just got a couple of different adjustments. Here's all the way adjusted out. I'll see if I can, whoop. There we go. There's the middle mount point, and then there's collapsed all the way. So 3-position buttstock on the back here. Towards the middle, we've got these mash hook interfaces here on both sides. So if you need to run a single point sling, that's definitely what I would go for. If you're gonna run 2-point, I'd use the QD on the back here as well as a sling swivel on the front. Towards the action, here's where we've got that that safety. This is a little bit smooth and a little bit too recessed for my liking. I like the fact that it's ambi, but it is a little bit slippery. So if you're going to use this in competition, I'd recommend scoring it up, or I mean, the easier thing to do would be to put some hockey tape or skateboard tape on that guy just to give it a little bit more grip. Also on the right hand side here, we've got this magazine release, nice and big. I really love this thing. It's in exactly the right spot, and it's very easy to push that guy in and drop your magazines. We also have a charging handle here. This one's a little bit short. I don't mind this. I don't like a really big charging handle, especially the one that's reciprocating, because that's just something that can get snagged on the edge of doors and that kind of thing. So I don't mind the fact that this guy's a little bit small, especially considering we have a larger non-reciprocating handle on the left-hand side. All along the top here, we have a nice big continuous rail. So if you need to mount optics of any kind, like I have here with this red dot, definitely that's the place to put it. Incidentally, from the factory, it comes with these iron sights. This one has kind of like a blade on one side, and if you flip that over, it's got like a peep. I don't really like either of those options on a shotgun. On a shotgun, I like a bead sight. The trouble is, with a straight line recoil design like this thing has, you can't use a bead sight. You need something that's raised up a little bit off the rail. For the front, we've got like a standard protected blade sight. But again, I really like the idea of a red dot on this thing, and I think you guys would too. It's just, it's easier to use, it's more instinctual, and you can fire with both eyes open. So it's really nice to be able to use it that way. On the left-hand side, here's that, that toggle for the bolt. So I'll just try to use it there. There we go. So now we can see that that toggle and that bolt open is open. If you press that down, that's going to drive that bolt forward. So there's our bolt release. There's our ambi safety for the other side. Here you can kind of see this skeletonized magwell that this thing's got. It's really cool looking, and definitely an eye-opener at the range when people see this shotgun on a rack. This grip is just like a standard AR-15 grip style, so very comfortable, very easy to use this kind of thing, and very natural. And this is really the kind of the star of the show here. This is that non-reciprocating charging handle. It's very similar to a version of this that's out there. That's another company offers something like this, and this guy acts right onto, I don't know if you can see it under there, but right onto this gas plug and this action rod here. So it's bearing right against that, and it's very easy to pull back. And I really love using this guy because it means that my right hand can stay on the gun and my left hand can just operate this guy and really run it really quickly. Again, it doesn't move when you're reciprocating the action, so I'm moving the I'm moving the charging handle on the right-hand side right now, and you can see that this guy isn't moving. It just stays up front. So you can grab the shotgun up front like this, and this isn't going to ram into your hand or anything like that on recoil. So very nice, very cool feature add-on onto this shotgun. Up towards the front here, we have our sling swivel at the front, and then our disassembly nut. Finally, at the front here, we've got this interchangeable choke. Excellent option. I think all competition shotguns need interchangeable chokes because you never know what you're going to need in a match. Handily, it comes with its own choke case and its own chokes here. So this uses the Winchester choke style, and it comes with 3 chokes. There's already one in the shotgun choke key. And then this here is a different piston. This one particularly is for heavier loads. So if you're going to if you get the itch to go duck hunting with this thing, you can throw this piston in there. Right now it's got the light loads one, which I was using with target loads. So again, this is the one to use if you're going to go duck hunting, or if you're going to use heavier stuff, this is the guy to use. So the thing that we're going to need to do to clean this shotgun on a regular basis is to get into that piston system. And handily, it's got a quick way to get in there. We're just going to disassemble from the front here. So we're going to grab this guy here and pull it right off. It's quite long, as you can see. There we go. Off comes our fore end, I think. Yes. What is that? Oh. I had this thing out shooting in a field, so there's some seeds and that kind of thing. There's our front fore end, and you can see this is that non-reciprocating handle. You can see now that detent in there, and that's kind of where it clicks in there to hold. Now, just to clean that piston off, what I'm going to do here is just lock my slide back. There we go. Now, I've got it on the other side so it doesn't hit that bolt release and slam it onto my fingers. Wouldn't want that. But now that I've got this thing back, and I can actually clean off some of the surfaces here, and I can also pick out this piston. So you can disassemble this whole thing if you want to. There's a big bad spring in here. I don't really want to do that. I'm happy just getting into this piston and just kind of decrudding it. So this is how you can get into that piston and really quickly clean it off. So again, if you like, I don't have my pick here, I'm just basically shooting a video, so let's just pop that guy back in and bring it in. So that's our gas system on this thing, and there's our recoil spring along the bottom here. And again, we have dual action rods on this thing. Let me just wipe this guy down. If after the first time you take this thing out shooting, definitely work it in. Definitely run a lot of rounds, and it's primarily to get these pieces to wear to each other. It's not just Turkish shotguns that are like this. You know, Beretta's my buddy's Beretta 1301. It needed to be shot quite a bit before it was reliable too. These things just need to be worked in. They need to wear against each other. So definitely run a couple of boxes of shotgun shells through this thing. Once you're done, take it home, clean it all down, oil it, and then take it out to the range again and see if its temperament has gotten any better. So just to demonstrate some of the manuals of arms with this shotgun, I mean, I think it's really cool that it's got this side charging handle right on the right side. For you lefties, or those of you who prefer to grab onto a fixed charging handle, it's very easy to use. For those of us like myself, I like to keep my right hand on the gun and my left hand manipulating magazines and the action as much as possible. So this left-handed non-reciprocating charging handle is perfect for me. Now again, it doesn't need to reciprocate, so if I move it, you see that it's not moving right now. But it will work as well to just really quickly rack the action. So if you have a jam, it's very easy to grab onto, especially if you run like a really far forward aggressive grip. You're gonna be able to jump onto that guy real quick and operate that action.
Otherwise, I just keep accumulating.
Now, one thing I showed it in the close-up there, this safety is a little bit smooth. If you're going to use this for competition, it's very easily fixed. Either engrave it with a file or something like that, or if you want the less temporary solution, just put some skateboard tape on there. I mean, most people are doing that in competitions anyways for their grips on their pistols and that kind of thing, and you'd want to on your safety because you want that to be easily movable. The magazine release is excellent all by itself. There's nothing that needs to be done with that because it's already nice and big and it's in the right spot to use. So absolutely nothing wrong there. And then our bolt release is also in a fantastic spot, just right on the left side of this action here. I mean, yeah, if we're gonna ask for everything, we'd ask for like a bad lever and all that other kind of stuff, right? But having it right up here, this nice big toggle up here, there's nothing wrong with just hitting that guy really quickly to drive that action home. So very useful and very quick to use as well. So if we've got let's see here. So let's say we've got our magazine out and we change our magazine. It's very easy to slap the side of this guy here and actuate it because it's a huge target, right? A standard AR-15 paddle bolt release is kind of small. This is a nice big rocker on here, so it's very much easy to hit. In terms of actually shooting the shotgun, it is such a sweetheart because it's a gas action, right? It's a gas action, it's kind of a heavy shotgun, and it's very nice and short and pointable. So if you're used to running an AR-15, this is a treat because it's very similar to an AR-15 in use. There's not that much different compared to your AR, especially considering, like, imagine running a two-fed shotgun and trying to keep that guy fed. This guy is a lot easier in terms of this commonality of use. Now, if you're going to get this thing, I would say I wouldn't bother with the irons. I would definitely go with a red dot sight. One of the reasons was you can shoot with both eyes open, and it is so easy with a red dot. We were busting some clays with some friends, and using a red dot on this thing, this is going to sound like really silly, but using a red dot on this shotgun, it's almost like cheating. You could keep both your eyes open and you could watch the clays come out of the automated trap and go up, and you could see them and intercept them with both your eyes open, and you weren't like really tight down on a shotgun where you don't really get like a really good field of view. You get excellent field of view with both eyes open, and because your face is very high off this shotgun. It's got that straight recoil, straight line path that an AR-15 has, and therefore your face is nice and high off. You've got a very clear optic through a red dot. Get one that's not very like closed in. Get one that's a little bit more open, and it's very easy to both eyes open, blast some clays and that kind of thing. So really fun doing that. Now, in terms of using this thing for 3-gun in Canada specifically, this would be a good option for someone who's really good with their AR and doesn't really want to learn how to do their load 2s and quad loads and that kind of thing. Your 3.5 chambered tube shotguns in Canada here, your semi-autos, are going to hold more than the 5-round mags this thing's limited to. And you know, in a match, you're going to be doing a lot of mag changes. So having 5 rounds versus 7 in a tube fed is a little bit of a disadvantage. Yeah, it's also a little bit difficult to top up a magazine compared. Well, you can't really in a match, right? Compared to a tube fired shotgun. Running a red dot and a magazine is going to put you in open class if your local club does classes. So there's that to take into consideration as well. But it is very fast to run. And if you get a lot of the 308 mag pouches or the AK-47 mag pouches, or even there was some radio pouches that one of the guys was running at a match that took 2 of these and popped them side by side. Really handy. That's gonna help you out with getting enough mags to run a high round count match up here in Canada, where we've got the 5-rounders. Now in the States, you guys have like 10-rounders and larger for this thing, so that becomes a much more competitive shotgun. Because the other one that's worth mentioning is the Sega, right? The Sega 12 gauge. Again, like very similar to this thing, it needs tweaking and it needs to be worked in to be really reliable. But it is like one of the fastest in the game, so there's that to be said. This particular shotgun did need to be worked in. My first two mags, I got lots of failures to feed, failures to eject, but as it started to work in, it started to get more reliable to the point where I could empty out, 4 mags and it was fine. Now, one thing that I will say, it is possible to over-insert a magazine on this thing. So if you've got your action open and you get your magazine and you're too rough with like ramming it in there, what you're gonna do is jam it in there really hard. Now I can't actually drop my, my bolt down because this magazine has been over-inserted. So you can't beat on this thing and misuse it, or it will cause issues for you. Now, the other thing to take into consideration, these magazines for this MKA match, they're a little bit different. These are all based on the same kind of action, and when I say they, I mean like the Duria, the BR99, all those shotguns are based on the same style of action, but they use slightly different magazines. So the follower is very different on the Duria and on the BR99 compared to this MKA 1919. So make sure that you get enough magazines from the place you buy them from, and make sure you don't try to like mix and match with the other guys on the range that might have a similar shotgun to this one. So what do we have here? I mean, all in all, we've got a really ergonomic shotgun. It's very nicely adjustable for length. I don't think you really need all that much adjustment. I prefer to run like a really tight buffer tube on my shotguns and on my rifles, but you do have a little bit of adjustment there if you need to. And with some tuning and with some knowledge of how to run this thing, this can be a very fast shotgun to run in 3-gun. You could potentially use it for hunting. I don't know if you'd really want to. It's like a little bit more bulky than you'd want to kind of thing for a hunting shotgun. But for a tactical 3-gun or competition shotgun, very cool indeed. So if you want to know more, just check out Tactical Imports. They're the ones that are bringing these guys in. And thanks for watching.